So good morning. It is, let's see, what day is it? Thursday, the 17th. And I am trying to slack pack 20 miles back to Glasgow. And yeah, trying to make it to the Blue Ridge Parkway. That'd be about 10 miles, hopefully by noon. And so we'll see how it goes. So obviously this used to be an old road, and I guess by sharecroppers who were freed slaves. And this is just really kind of fascinating. I haven't seen any remnants of old buildings yet, but looking for those. Yeah, one of the things that's neat about the Appalachian Trail is just the history. So I've been running a lot of the trail and trying to make it back to town, to Glasgow by 5 o'clock. I've got 20 miles to do today. I think I've probably done about 2 so far, maybe 1.5, something like that. But according to that sign, there were freed slaves that used to farm here and or sharecrop. And so looking at it though, this probably seems to be the most likely area that they would have set up settlements. But maybe later on down the trail, we'll see. But I guess we'll see. All right, so I just met a hiker named IB, and he was saying that there's a couple of walls and a couple of other remnants later on. And so I'm going to show you a remnant right now. And yeah, it's just kind of remnant. It might be an entryway to something, or maybe this is a cistern, I guess. Yeah, it kind of looks like it's a cistern, where they would get water. And at least that makes sense to me. If anybody else knows more about this, please make comments. Tell me all about it. All right, so I'm going to show you more in just a little bit. Okay, so this may be the wall that IB was talking about. What it was used for, I'm not, entirely sure. It could have been a big building, and it's got a corner here. See, and it just kind of goes on over there, and that's kind of fun. Yeah. I wish I had an interpreter with me that could tell me, somebody that knew like where all these buildings were, and how it was all set up. You can kind of see part of the wall back in there. Yeah. All right. So I'm at the Brown Mountain Shelter, and hey, Owlbear, do you mind if I have you in my vlog?
Oh, go for it, man.
Okay. And so this is Owlbear.
What up, dog?
And saw him, I don't even know how many days ago, a while ago.
Probably a week or so.
Yeah, before Four Pines. So just met up with Owlbear again. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
But he'll be well past where I'm at, and he goes way faster than me. So, yeah. There are hikers all along this stretch here. Everybody's taking down tents and getting ready to go. But I'm not seeing a whole lot more remnants of any kind of a settlement. I mean, other than the flat areas, and maybe there's people here. Hard to say. Here's the wooden footbridge. Oh. What's your trail name?
On the rocks.
On the Rocks. Do you mind if you're in my vlog?
No problem.
This is On the Rocks.
Hello there.
Campers. So this is called a bear hang, and a lot of hikers hang their food so the bears don't get it, and you have to process. But there doesn't seem to be any hikers anywhere nearby. so I can only guess it's from the campsite down the trail a little bit. So there's a barrier. Looks like it could be remnants of a wall. This settlement disbanded in 1920s, so more wall. Of that settlement of freed slaves. So that's just kind of. So there's more wall right down there. You kind of see it. But mostly this trail follows the creek, kind of all the way down. I was told though that in about another mile or so that this water ends, and then there's like no water for 6 miles. So that should be interesting. So apparently that place I thought was a cistern may have been that oven that they were talking about, that Mr. Hughes remembered his mother taking bread out of. So it's fascinating stuff, this living history. So I just ran into Heat, whose name I've been seeing in logbooks all over the place. And mostly he just signs Heat and then maybe a couple of words like go hiking or whatever. And then also I just realized that I've done about 4 miles today. So that's doing pretty good because it's currently 9 o'clock. And yeah, doing well. So according to this sign, I don't know if you could read that, but I've got about 7 miles to Blue Ridge Parkway. Looks like there's a lake right here. Yeah, you might be wondering why I'm running. Well, number one, to try to beat the time that he gave me, but also because if I'm gonna run, I want to run in the early morning hours while it's still cold. It's 53 degrees, and so it's just easier, more comfortable. But hopefully I'm going to see a better view of the lake up ahead. So here's a better view of the lake. So here's a good shot of the dam of the lake. And so I wanted to make sure I got that for you. So just taking a break real quick for some water and a few gummy bears. And yeah, then I'll be on my way. It's a little wavy. And there's a road. He's a poet, and he writes poetry and tries to stay creative out here on the trail. And and just kind of get down all of his thoughts. And,
Yeah.
what kind of poetry do you typically write out here?
It depends. It's usually things just inspired from what I've seen that day or that week. There's no real routine with how often I write. Sometimes it'll be kind of working on things over the course of a week. Sometimes it'll be a couple weeks before I revisit something or start something new. But like with anything creative, when you kind of get the spark, it's nice to have that notebook nearby so you can start jotting down and just kind of going from there.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
taking a break again. It's about 11 o'clock, and just stopping for some more gummy worms. See, squishy, squishy. But anyway, I've got about 2 more miles until Punch Bowl Shelter, and then about 10 more miles after that to get back to Glasgow. So, not too bad. About 12 miles left. 11 o'clock in the morning. I think I'm doing good. This is Teja.
What's up?
And he's another one of the hikers going along the trail here. And he's a thru hiker. And you started when?
April 9th.
April 9th.
Yeah.
That's cruising.
Well, this last month has been, the first month wasn't. But yeah,
Okay, that's
we're
fair.
going now, yeah. We're moving now.
All right.
That's
Well,
how
good.
we do.
Good. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, I ain't got much to say. I'm sorry.
And of course, this moment must be documented. 800 miles. Woo woo. Well, by the time I get back to Glasgow, it'll be more than that. But yeah, fantastic. Very cool. Here's a little trail magic that somebody left. Apparently, the stretch ahead is a little without water. So, little void. So anyway, somebody decided to leave some water, and that was very, very kind of them. So, I'm not sure if I'm at the top of Punch Bowl Mountain or, what's the name of the other mountain? I forget. But anyway, it says there is a monument up here to somebody. I'll look it back up again. But anyway, so I don't see a monument, but it looks like there used to be a fire tower up here. I'm not sure, but yeah, kind of cool. Great views. All right, so now I'm sure. This is Bluff Mountain, and it said there was a monument to little Audie Klein Powell, but I had no idea it was a 4-year-old that had died up here after wandering from their Tower Hill schoolhouse. Bizarre. So it's only about 6 miles now to James River Footbridge, which should be easy enough to cover in the next 3 hours. And yeah, that should be good. Here's another incredible view. That right there is the James River that I need to get down to in about an hour and a half. So that should be fun. But it's just beautiful. Well, it's getting closer, but now I'm down to an hour. So I don't know. I guess we'll see.